Welcome to Buchake English for Teens. I'm Hava Steinmetz.
And I'm Robbie L. Let's get started by watching today's skit.
That's the biggest eggplant I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's an absolute unit.
Wanna grab a bite?
Sure, those apples look good.
What a breathtaking view!
Don't look down. Just don't look down. Ah! I looked down.
The County Fair, an American classic.
Aren't you Canadian?
Yes, and Canada is in North America. And we have county fairs too.
Fair enough. Do Canadian fairs also feature massive vegetables?
Yes, they do. One time I saw a pumpkin that was bigger than me.
Sounds like it was an absolute unit.
It sure was. And absolute unit is our point for today. In the video, Jason described a huge eggplant as an absolute unit.
Absolute unit is a slang term that got popular on the internet. You can use it to talk about almost anything that's really large.
From huge vegetables to really big pizzas, animals, or even vehicles.
When you're just in awe at the size of something, that's a great time to use the term absolute unit.
Besides absolute unit, you can use the words gigantic, enormous, huge, and massive to describe some really big things.
You can even combine gigantic and enormous to form a new word, ginormous.
Ginormous isn't strictly a real word, but it's a fun slang term you can use to show just how big something is.
Okay, how about some examples? If you bake an absolutely massive cake for your friend's birthday, they might say, "Wow, that cake is massive. It's an absolute unit." Wow, that cake is massive. It's an absolute unit.
Or if you see a gigantic lion at the zoo, you could say, "I can't believe how huge he is. What an absolute unit." I can't believe how huge he is. What an absolute unit.
Or if your friend visited Odaiba, you could say, "Did you see the robot statue? It's an absolute unit." Did you see the robot statue? It's an absolute unit.
I have seen it, and it really is ginormous.
Well, are we ready for this week's World English's Point?
Absolutely. It's going to be huge. Today's World English's Point concerns that absolute unit of a vegetable, the eggplant.
Or, as we say in the UK, the aubergine.
That's right. We have different names for the same vegetable.
But it doesn't stop there. In the UK, we call this a courgette.
But in North America, we call it a zucchini. Also, we call these things chips in North America.
But in the UK, we call them crisps. We call these chips.
And in North America, we call those French fries.
That doesn't even make any sense. They're not from France.
Yeah, they're from Belgium. Why don't they call them Belgian fries?
I wish I knew. Well, that's all for today.
Be sure to try these phrases out, and don't forget to have fun.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like.
See you next week.